DreamLeague DOTA 2
What I was thinking.
It's you and I. Same
Mind
level.
melded over there.
We know what's going on. I know someone else who has a good synergy as well. It's Cap and Fogged, but instead we have SVG.
Let's keep it clean, folks.
Well, you know, fog can't be everywhere all the time, sadly. Why can't you be fogged?
You want me to leave?
No, because I need a co-caster.
That's not what you said earlier. You tried to hoodwink them into letting you solo cast. I saw that discussion. Ask for double the pay as well.
Well, I mean, I would work.
Did you get it?
I could make a different voice.
Did you get the double pay?
Not quite double, but
useless.
I told them that you agreed that you would lower your pay.
I mean, you know why you were casting
so I
earlier?
Could get more.
Who do you think messed up Owen's voice? The things I do for this duo, and meanwhile, all you do is give me shit for it.
Never mind. You're back on the team, Avery. Welcome back.
The team is dead. The team is dead, as one of these three teams is also going to be dead. And you just pray it's not you. Who do you like here? I like OG's draft, man, but I'm a Venomancer main. So I'm biased as hell.
I'm a Venomancer main too, and that's why I don't think that OG is going to win this, because I think Venomancer is a bad hero right now.
There are two sides to the Veno coin.
Yeah. Okay.
Oddly enough, both sides of that coin end up in you getting reported. So.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're not that different.
I mean, I think that Veno, I understand. Like, the Veno as a concept here seems pretty good. Like, not only is it going to win lane against the Ursa, the fact that you're matching up against 3 melee Korras means you're going to get good Gales, good Novas. Your ward is going to be super annoying for, like, the Tiny and Ursa to be able to jump on heroes. That all sounds good. But then you're matched up against an Oracle and, like, 50% of your power just went out the window. If not more. Now I think you're just a ward.
I feel like Oracle's not that hard of a hero to deal with, though.
Yeah.
As long as you have some gap close mechanisms or you have overwhelming physical damage, this hero kind of suffers. I think this hero is pretty bad versus Exort Invoker, actually, because you don't really end up blocking much of his scaling ability. Not that great versus the carry room if you can get online fast enough. Once you gap close to you. I think this can be a deceptively rough Oracle game for a last pick Oracle.
Really?
I also feel like when you force a last pick Oracle, I don't know. I feel like I already won at some point in the draft. It's like,
yeah. I mean, I would definitely kind of agree with that.
You know, like, why last pick the Oracle when you can last pick a better carry for your Toro, right? And maybe they just want this Ursa, but the thing is they had Beast, so I feel like they didn't necessarily need the things that Ursa was giving them super early, but they like this Ursa Doom matchup. A very back and forth draft. Ultimately, I think it's pretty even, but I do think this OG draft, they got a Veno game into triple melee core. That's gotta feel.
Ooh, these axes are building up. Is Mira gonna get this? Yeah, I think Chu is gonna die to the Fate Bolt that comes up now. Mira gets the first blood and a second kill as well. I think Yuragi is just dead as well. He does have some stick charges. He is gonna be okay, but they can keep running at him. They can just shove him out of range. He's not gonna die to that axes, but he's not getting any CS.
He only has 3 here. Very rough start to the stage. He's dead.
He's dead.
Just like that.
With the creep wave pushing in too, so not only did he miss the gold for all of that, but now he's going to miss experience on a wave with 2 range creeps. Ooh, that feels really bad.
Should have died faster, actually.
Yeah, that legitimately, yes.
And then Collapse still denied both ranges against Chu, so there's a lot of XP missing off this OG safe lane. And this is not what you want to have happen in that Beast Doom carry matchup, because Doom can answer Beast if he gets to the level 15, he gets items on fast enough where he can fight the summons. But otherwise, he's not doing much in this matchup. And you're gonna feel bad. Spirit are happy to pick that Beast into the Doom for a reason.
Sierra's dead. Yeah, he is gonna die. Action just constantly on both of these side lanes, trying to keep up with the both. But okay, so both the offlaners are winning.
And this is also the downside of Oracle versus Veno. I don't think Oracle really wins you the Veno lane.
No, not with your melee hero still chumping all the damage all the time.
Veno doesn't win lanes off of Gale. He wins them off Poison Sting.
Yeah.
And if he can just right-click you forever. This hero has the strongest right-click in the game for the first 10 minutes of Dota. It's a plus 200 damage nuke every time. So,
well,
you can't really
CS, but yes.
Who cares about CS? You know that Seb quote. I've told you that one before.
No.
Never heard that one?
No.
Seb once said, you know, if I cared about CS, I'd be playing carry.
That is a great line.
I think there was some.
Wow.
I think there was a Naga in there too. It's like if I cared about CS, I'd be playing Naga in the off lane, or I'd be playing carry Naga. I don't even remember. This was years ago. But I always think about that because what is the off laner's job? You know, it's not CS. It's to make the carry so miserable that he rage quits the game.
Yeah. That's currently he's doing that. He's doing it very effectively, and he's hitting his CS too. He's 20-5.
And ironically, I feel like it was this OG team that actually kind of changed that offlane paradigm by making the offlaner the carry through Amar.
Yeah,
which they then changed again to go back to the DM. Like that was too much carry. Let's go back to an offlaner who is a bit more flexible, which DM is. This guy plays everything. He's also a Veno main. There was once upon a time where I played with DM for a brief period.
Yeah.
And this is his favorite offlaner in the game.
You guys went to a summit together, right?
We don't have to go back down terrible memory.
Oh, did you not?
We didn't do well
at that. Oh, sorry.
We didn't, and I kind of pseudo kicked him, but that was a different.
Oh no!
It was a mutual disagreement.
Oh, okay.
We parted ways in good spirits. And you know what? He got top 6 at that next TX.
Okay, yeah.
It all works out. But back
not for you.
He's a Veno spammer. This guy is one of the best Veno laners in terms of understanding when to play for the Gale and the Poison Sting, when to play for the mass wards and just spam deny with the right click control.
Okay.
And he also likes his hero only second to Phantom Lancer.
Wait, what?
Sweet.
Okay,
Yeah,
that I definitely never knew. He's a big PL fan?
DM's #1 played hero is Phantom Lancer.
Really? Why?
That's a good question.
Okay, well. Did he ever try and get you to play PL offline or something?
Thank God, no.
Oh, okay.
But the whole point of the story is that when you thought Amar was disgusting, this guy is actually one of the most disgusting hero spammers of all. Who spams Phantom Lancer into Veno?
That is true.
Like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, like if you're a Viper spammer, you could be forgiven. Venomancer PL, that's a derangement for sure.
But all that Venom practice paying off because he's top of the network chart and has forced Yatoro into an early jungle here despite that Oracle pick. This is a level 3 Ursa at 5.5 minutes. This jungle is not very fast. And the thing is, Taiga is just, he's hunting him there too. And he's the same level, so he can't really fight this monkey back.
I will definitely say the best thing, Mira, gonna be pulled back in, shocked by the heartbeat, but are they gonna, the strike? Never mind. Yuragi, he snagged it instead, but he is gonna die in return, so this is totally fine for Team Spirit. At least this off-lane situation is totally fine. His Collapse is probably gonna run down Chu as well.
No, he will for sure.
He's faster than Chu, so Chu would have to juke it out somehow.
Killing spree for Collapse, 3-0-2. Pushes them ahead of that Veno who had an empty lane. This is where you tell your safe lane, yo, chill out, boys.
Yeah, maybe emptying the lane would be better at this point in time. It seems the heroes are just more experienced.
That's just a product of how much XP got lost in those early trades for Yuragi.
Yeah.
And now that Collapse is level 6, he has Roared. You have to be careful. If you get chipped down on this Doom, you just get Roared and you get killed again. This is a max axe build, so there's a lot of spam and a lot of damage coming out. The Doom does not have a regen item. I think he's dead again.
Yeah, pulled back in, telekinesis roar. The Sunstrike's gonna come in, but Collapse does manage to back out. Doesn't get hit by it, so he gets the kill without dying. And that also means Doom's gonna have to walk out to lane, and they taunt BZM for his missed Sunstrike. I feel like, do you really want to tip BZM for that?
Yeah,
better to tip Yuragi because he's
I mean,
he's
you're
1-3 right now.
You got to split the wickets, right? You're already destroying Yuragi with the axes, and then you're going to destroy BZM with the tips.
Sure, you physically destroy one and you mentally destroy the other. I gotcha.
The thing is, BZM has been having a really good tournament. And I was actually looking at the stats earlier, which I know you weren't.
No, I wasn't.
This is why you need me. Please don't replace me with Fog.
Okay.
Anyway, BZM has been the highest net worth mid at 10 minutes of the entire tournament so far.
Really? That's pretty cool.
He's having a decently farmed game on this Invoker. I mean, these side lanes are just an absolute train wreck for both teams respectively.
Is Radiant's bottom tower.
It better to have I feel like it's better for OG in that regard because Doom is maybe a better hero to come back because he has a farm mechanism naturally, whereas an Ursa that has his Battle Fury delayed is pretty sad.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Does that make sense?
Right now.
Kind of, but the problem is it's a carry Doom into a Beast Ursa lineup that's going to accelerate through the Roches. I feel like Yuragi's impact is just going to be a lot slower to come online than Yuragi's. Or Yatoro's.
Yeah.
It's too many Ys. Because Yatoro at some point is just going to walk Roche Pit, and if your Doom isn't strong enough to contest it, he's still strong enough to kill Roche.
Well, there's another why.
Don't feel like that's favorable.
Choose asking, why is Laurel here? Well, he's coming to kill you with Haste Rune. Bottom lane, Maposhka keeps on trying to snag experience and just sit in lane, but they keep on hunting him down. So good job by Taiga to make sure that no heroes are allowed to exist in this bottom lane.
It's another product of why Veno works with his OG team, because some of these greedy fours that Taiga likes to play, Veno's the best at enabling them. Maybe this Veno isn't good in the core-on-core matchups as strong as he used to be. Kind of itemizing pick person, but what he does do is he enables melee fours. Better than almost any of them.
BZM Yatoro, what is this rotation? Where did it come from? And it almost succeeded.
Where
but
did it go?
instead, he's gonna die. Oh, wait, Taiga. Oh, he got him down for the tree. He's stunned.
Somebody stop him.
DM. Can he deny? Oh, no.
If he got denied there, just give him another Aegis.
Yeah, that was a sick sequence of movements there. Again, where? They just telekinesis Invoker back into the Ursa?
I mean, Yatoro's been farming Ancients pretty early, so he was around mid, just trying to go for the cheeky kill on this XR Invoker who doesn't have the control to dissuade it. Nice idea if it worked. Unfortunately for him, OG were ready to respond because mid-bottom tower has just been taken for free effectively on the next wave. Allows DM to just converge into this jungle area. And a lot of heroes can respond to this. No pressure on bottom. Happy to TP in with everybody. I mean, that's our Veno TP, and he's slow. He didn't even get to contribute to that. The thing about this OG lineup is they know Invoker is the real carry here. It's not the Doom, it's not the Venom. It's the XOR Invoker. Especially the way they play around BZM's Invoker. He's the one who's going to power up the right click in the late game and just pop off in terms of getting the big KDA going late. So they want to make sure his early game does not get harassed too much here. He already has Midas online. This is a double Midas lineup for OG. Another reason why I feel like maybe they're not too concerned about this Beastmaster start. Just due to the fact that Ursa was shut down, maybe Spirit will get an early Roshan, but they're just going to out-farm him during that period. Like you said, that Ursa Battle Fury is going to be pretty mega delayed here. It's not like he's going to have a big Ancient stack to do with it even when he gets there, because he's been doing Ancient since level 5.
Yeah, that's true. It's actually maybe a good thing that top lane went so well that they didn't do the typical Ancient stacking thing, because then Ursa wouldn't be able to farm it, because he would have been too weak to do so. Taiga trying to make a jump on a Laurel. Instead, Taiga will be the one to die as Team Spirit show up in force. Collapse sent back to the top lane.
I don't know if he minds that too much, though.
No.
I think he was done with that play. Thanks for the free teleport.
If anything, Yuraki kind of wishes that Collapse wasn't here anymore. He's going to be going for Mech and Pipe. Is he not completing the Greaves?
Looks like he's not.
Interesting.
I mean, I'd say it's a much better Pipe game than a Greaves game.
That is 100%
playing into Veno.
Yeah.
Pipe just removes half of Veno from the game.
Yeah, and Oracle removes the other half, so...
Well, I wouldn't say that. He removes like another 1/8. Yeah. So you got, what is it, 3/8 left to play with? That's not too bad.
3/8 of a hero.
You also have to keep in mind the ward steal for Mirror this game. They're not super high level yet because DM just went for the lane dominance build, but you end up in this scenario where you end up just stalled mid trying to push into Plague Lords for this OG lineup. It's pretty obnoxious for them. They don't have great natural gap closers.
Raposhka gonna try and delay his death here as long as possible. The Sunstrike off the mark.
What happened to the Sunstrikes these games? Usually BZM's a sniper. This is like the sniper's been blindfolded.
You can blame other people for that. He can get another glimpse. Man, Chu making good use of these glimpses as Mira is dead as well. All right. Well, if the 2 support's dead, maybe they could start putting a little pressure on mid tower.
Yeah, you have Crimson Guard in this Veno. An unusual first item purchase for a ranged non-strength hero, but hey, it's a pretty damn good Crimson game. It's going to negate a lot of the damage from Spirit here.
Do you like Crimson more than like a Hurricane Pike build against all these melee heroes, particularly the Ursa?
I think it's okay since he's this rich, but it's you want to get something done with it. You want to force this fight if you go the Crimson over the Pike. You don't want to just keep farming.
Okay.
So I like they're making this move, but you kind of want to make this move work or get a fight out of it. This is kind of baiting Spirit in. Like OG can't really just kill the tower. They're more trying to get the engagement. If Spirit don't give them the engagement, then the Crimson feels a little worse. But
Yeah,
honestly,
if they just sit back and spam axes, that's there's no push to be had.
sure, but then Spirit's not pushing either, and you have double Midas going to town.
True. They do have Blink Dagger on Laurel that's flying out right now, so I would anticipate a smoke from Team Spirit, and they are going to try and make a move, and maybe that's where the Crimson Guard changes the tide of things.
Taiga's going to try and scout this. Maybe just insta-break it. Poshka. Someone wants to say hello.
Where is he going to ward? Taiga.
There's so much info.
Probably spotting the Blink Dagger on Laurel. It's going for the rune. Oh, it got denied. Well played by DM. And they're like, well, he's got vision up here somewhere. Where is it? We have all these sentries down. I checked the high ground earlier.
I was just waiting for them to do something this
Yeah,
time.
I thought surely he was going to throw a sentry up there or something.
Just chilling. Anticlimactic, but what can you do? The farm game continues. I do feel like this farm game favors OG. Not just because of the Midases, but I do think Exor Invoker is going to be really annoying in these late game fights. On top of the Veno wards that the Tiny's going to have trouble gap closing. Where Spirit...
All right, they caught him now. Enough of this shenanigans. Enough of these monkey games.
Monkey business, one might say. That took him a while, though. Now, I don't think OG mind too much.
No, they immediately smoke up, though, but there was a ward behind the tower, so OG should not be caught by this. We'll see. TM set up.
Yeah, he knows it's coming.
Yeah.
He's wanting to break on these Veno wards. Vacated a little bit, though. Spirit are going to have to jump if they want it. Or are they? Wow.
Maybe they're being lured into the fight that is actually going to be OG favored. We'll see. TV coming in for BZM. Going to get the toss away from the Venomaster. He's adding forward to be able to zone everybody else out while they get the pick off onto Laurel. I think OG just kind of let them, Team Spirit, walk deep into their territory before they pounced on him.
It's an easy fight if that happens. Like, you have to chase into the Veno wards, into the Crimson under a tower. Yeah, that's just a brutal team fight for Spirit. You can't take those types of engagements unless you have a very clean initiation. Off some high ground ward or some deep ward behind the tower. Now your Oracle, it's going to be wasted too.
We didn't have a healing salve in his inventory. He 100% lives if that was up.
I'm actually surprised he lived at all.
Yeah. Tiger's really going to go for it. He's going to pop the ultimate. That gives him the armor to stay alive here, and does manage to get the kill, ever so barely. Meanwhile, this time, Vitoro does successfully kill BZM. He is doomed up, though, and he's definitely dead. Doomed and Nova. Laurel
deny him.
Denies. Tried to go for it, and does manage to get it. Laurel got the last hit. Clubbed him in the face.
A big Tiny arm with the big swing.
Oh, and looks like Taiga tried to sneak in from behind, but they immediately spotted him, tossed him from the tree into the low ground. Mira's going to be spotted, though. How is he so tanky? Just not taking any damage. Laurel goes in, sees an opportunity, a 3-man avalanche with the toss together as well. The axes, the Fate Bolt bounces over to DM, finishes off the Doom. Another round of axes are not going to be enough.
And another with Sunstrike here. Oof. BZM just can't connect on these. Not that they're easy, but that's a lot of extra gold if you can land them. And the sustain proving dividends for Spirit. Yeah, you lose your Ursa, but remember that fight started by Yatoro killing BZM in the mid lane just off a roar. And that pipe and Oracle heal went to work. Those long duration fights favor Spirit right now just based off the sustain.
Yeah.
Mid tower won't last.
Like, Veno doesn't actually do that much damage in these engagements. It looks great. It looks pretty, but it's more about the stopping blinks with wards or controlling areas, kiting the Ursa. The actual damage output from this Veno, a little lackluster at this point in time. It really comes on later with some of the talents and level 3 ults. even then, honestly, some of the Veno games I played are like...
I'm going to doubt that one, honestly.
I put Veno ult in the category of spells where every time I cast it, I think it's bugged.
Yeah, same.
I'm like, are these numbers actually real? I feel like
it's supposed to be doing max HP as damage. It feels like it's just not.
This is a big Roche contest, though.
OG, they do not have a whole lot of their spells left. One of them is Static Storm, but they won't be able to stop the Roshan going down, and I don't think they're going to be able to get anything out of this. In fact, Taiga's going to die. They have to leave him behind.
Just no damage. Absolutely no damage, especially without that Doom.
And this is where the Ursa starts scaling up. You said, you know, the Ursa's scale off of Roshan. They've got the first one of the game.
Yeah, that's Battle Fury into that Roche. That's where I said I don't think it matters too much if Toro had a rough laning phase, because I think he will get the farm regardless. I don't think this OG lineup can pressure Spirit's side of the map into the early B-stores and Oracle too easily. But they can just keep split pushing the map between the Doom and Invoker and staying up in net worth, which is what they've done. They still have very farm net worth cores in this game.
Immediately gonna smoke. Killing Collapse would be a very big kill. He is 4-0-8. And he's been playing alone in this top area a lot.
Killing Collapse is no easy task, though.
Oh, he's gonna spot him, and the TP will be... Oh, no! Did he Thunderstrike him?
No.
No? Okay.
Dyer's moved down. Could use a little help.
One does not simply kill Collapse, Cam.
I guess not. Great awareness. And all those heroes smoking up there meant Yutoro got a few swipes at that mid tower. It's almost dead.
He's playing really aggressive in this mid lane for Ursa.
Yeah, seriously.
Just does not have fear. I think Yutoro feels if the fight comes to the Wars and Oracle behind, he's going to live. And he's putting it to the test here.
It's going to be a rough one. DM will stay alive. Team Spirit. Do they want to go back in?
I think you do. You just got Wukong and Poison over for free. And you're just healing everybody up.
Especially with this tower being so low. Could probably finish it off. You're able to combat wards with wards too.
Dyer's having technical difficulties.
Yeah, but the enemy wards have the cosmetics, so kind of better.
You make a valid point. Okay, so you said that OG, like the chill out farm, favors them because they had the double Midas, but at this point in the game, now that you have Battle Fury Ursa and just generally going late, you probably favor Team Spirit, right? Just because you don't really have at least a physical damage carry on the side of OG.
Well, it's that Invoker. That's how I classify that. I've seen a lot of these ultra late games for OG with that Exort Invoker just carry the game. So I'm still putting some stock in that.
You really think he can outcarry the tiny Ursa Beastmaster?
I think he can, because they have kiting mechanisms. Like they have the Veno, they have a monkey who can become a pseudo fourth core. They can get the 4 stats up for this Invoker. I think that is a route to victory here for OG. I don't think it can be underestimated.
Taiga gets caught. Could jumped away to the tree fast enough.
Now, what I will say is I think the path to victory is much simpler for Spirit.
Okay,
like they just have easy jumps with the Tiny and Beast. If you get a good roar, if you get a good toss back, the Ursa just goes in and is going to shred somebody. There's no good save for OG. That type of fight is going to be completely one-sided.
Yeah, but I see hero hit, hero kill, hero.
But let me tell you something. As someone who has been eliminated from more tournaments than I can count by OG with this finessey bullshit lineups that just dance you around in the late game, I no longer underestimate these Kaichu lineups. I just don't. There's a reason this team really likes these heroes like Dark Willow, for example, or Shadow Demon that they used to play a lot. Because when you go late and these fights become prolonged and people get kited out, these supports with very low cooldown stuns, sometimes that go through BKB, become very annoying.
You know what the worst part of that is? Choose like, oh, they have a ward on the high ground. No, that was the last 5 seconds of that ward. So if he does ever get a chance to try and de-ward that hill,
and he won't.
Ward is, he won't. Yeah, you're right. He's not going to be that probably on the map ever again.
Now you have a smoke up from Team Spirit.
Oh, they found BZM the perfect target, but they didn't get the toss. Laurel! Or maybe Yutoro. I don't know who to blame for that situation, but now Yutoro is going to get kited a bit. He does, of course, have the Aegis, so it's not like OG can really threaten him.
Stolen Ice Wall. Not the best, but
no,
not. You can do anything. I like that Laurel went back for Midas here, actually, on this Tiny. This is a build we used to see a little while back. I think Thompson did it a couple times at the TI they played. Sometimes this just feels good because you know the game is going to slow down a bit and you can't force the early action with just a blink into Echo or something.
Yeah.
Which I think is the nature of this game. There's Veno wards, there's Forge Spirits, there's all this crap running around. You kind of want to just play to keep that scale up and become the second core for Yatoro because Collapse went all these auras.
Right.
Like, this Beast is probably not going to be some BKB refresher kill you Beastmaster. He's supporting two other cores. So you want this Tiny to get to an Ags, you want him to get to a Daedalus, and then your late game feels a lot more comfortable. It's not just all on the bear.
Yeah, Melee heroes are being kited. Why not become a ranged hero? Just throw trees at people.
Exactly.
Nullifier as the third item for Taiga. That is...
Or are we counting Orb of Corrosion as a full item now? I missed that.
I wasn't sure which one to say, second or third item. I decided, you know what, I'll give Taiga the benefit.
Trouble brewing at Radiant's bottom.
A second and a half. I mean, he's pretty poor this game, but
That Nullifier is so far away.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I point that out mostly because it just goes to show they're thinking about the long game, right?
They really are. This team always thinks about it, and this is a good smoke. Even just finding a free support here.
Mira. Finally, your Blink Dagger. Five gold. That's all he needed. No! Doesn't get the Blink Dagger in time.
Oh, Yatoro got glimpse mid on a TP.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
He's not a BKB here.
You think he can do him before the enrage, but he got it off. Got it just outside of that second core. Nice Hurricane push back there. The enrage is now down.
Another glimpse in 5. You definitely chase this.
Do they want to chase up to this high ground? He actually didn't go up to the high ground. He did manage to get a blink away.
The Sunstrike for the Vision?
The Vision and the glimpse? Not there.
Oh, I can't believe Spirit got out of that. Oh, the tree cut.
Oh,
Poshka with a quelling.
Poshka has a quelling blade? What a move. Damn, Taiga has been totally destroyed this game by Team Spirit. This is... Team Spirit know what Taiga's playstyle is like, and they have completely countered it.
They are ready for these monkey leaps.
Yeah.
The nice thing about the quelling on my Poshka is he has an Aether Lens too. It just makes that tree cut super easy.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
So you have quelling on him, you have Battle Fury Blink on Yatoro, and you have axes on this Beastmaster. There's a lot of ways Taiga just gets insta cut down in these fights. Pretty obnoxious for him, actually.
Yeah. And then you're going to have the Ags on Tiny soon. That's
and the thing is, Taiga wants to be jumping aggressively to get vision for the glimpses, to be setting up with the stun so the rest of his team can gap close, to start a fight off so it doesn't have to just be some blind doom jump. His being on the front line is pretty important for this OG lineup. He can't really just play a backline safety monkey. That safety car. He can't hop in it. He has to be in the front, in the clown car. Making noise.
Honk, honk.
Go on me.
Well, he is at least getting some vision down. He's doing his duty, leading the way. Unfortunately, the rest of OG do not seem capable of following it up, because Team Spirit is hitting a pretty nice window here. Mira's got his Blink Dagger, Yatoro has a BKB. Before that, he had the Aegis. Aghanim Scepter, by the way, 300 gold away for Laurel.
I still point to these net worths though, right? Like, this is just the nature of the game. Team Spirit are not going to get too far ahead, just based on the amount of net worth OG can extract from these small areas, and the fact that Team Spirit, they have two backline supports that aren't that great at starting stuff, that don't offer much catch. So you can't really punish the split push too easily here for Team Spirit, which means you just have to be confident in dealing with the OG net worth in the late game here.
For the life of me, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I can't see it. I can't actually see how OG are still okay in this game. I feel like it's super Spirit favored, and I
see, normally I would agree, but I'm telling you, this Exort Invoker does weird things in the late game, man. He really does. You think about all those games you lost over the history of Dota, whether it was Miracle, Weehaw,
yeah,
BZM, playing these late game Exort Invokers that just carry games. That's what this hero is designed to do. You cannot underestimate it. I'm not saying that OG's favorite right now, or that the game show is ideal for them, but yeah, I mean, this is how they view the hero. Like, they view Exort Invoker as an ultimate late game beast who is gonna carry these games as an actual carry, and that's what they're playing around.
Yeah, and Dota Plus thinks it's a pretty close game too, so you're not wrong. Taiga instantly dies. They try and go for the initiation, but immediately gets countered by the Predator. Once again, knocks off the mark, though. And Yuragi, without that chain stun, will be able to get off his BKB and get away. Oh, Rubik does manage to jump away to a tree, but he's going to get glimpsed back to the tree that he hopped on originally. Mira's going to be saved. That's how much free room the Team Spirit have in this. They're able to use the Oracle ultimate on the other support to save him because the cores didn't need it.
All about this vision control. DM just can't get in close enough to get any spells off.
Yeah.
He has Shard as well, so he has latent toxicity. He has that Nova. He has Venomous Gale, but only able to land Nova on the Tiny at the end. And again, the spell is not that high damage at this point in the game. Something else to keep in mind about this false promise that we saw in that fight is you throw it on any of these heroes, most of them have blink daggers. Rubik has a blink, Ursa has a blink, Tiny has a blink. You can guarantee blink out during this ult every time. And that just resets a lot of these fights for OG.
Do you know how latent toxicity works against Enrage?
I believe it procs, but it just gets status resistant.
Yeah, that's what I kind of assumed.
So though, not honestly that good. It's still an extra spell and an extra slow to throw around in the fight for pretty cheap mana or pretty cheap net worth costs.
Yeah.
But it's not anything to write home about.
Yeah, it's not the big counter it is to like BKB.
Definitely not. Especially when there's this Oracle sitting behind. All right, if you throw all these spells on Ursa, but he gets Fate's Edicted or something, is he actually taking any damage? That's a big question mark. Right now, Spirit's still in control. Roshan does respawn here. Pretty big Rosh for them to get. They can throw the shard on Yatoro and try and end the game with this. Probably what they're looking to do.
Sudden Strike checking out the pit. They know that they're in it. And they know they're pretty hard pressed to get there in time. I would be surprised if OG really tries that hard. They are closing in, but again, dude, they just can't. Taiga is absolutely ruined in this game. Granted, a big part of it is playing up against Beastmaster and the Hawk vision, but hey, man, I don't know. Taiga's, I feel like he's not going to play Monkey King for a while after this game.
Some permanent mental damage.
Yeah, seriously.
He is definitely getting scarred. I didn't even think about this Tiny Axe being another easy tree cut in this game.
Yeah, yeah.
Just blink and start chucking him. And Laurel is getting to that late game Tiny territory. Honestly, I feel like he's pretty farmed, but somehow he's still at the bottom. The net worths in this game are very weird as Irani's going for a bold play.
Doom the Tiny, and he stole the Doom. Oh no, that's really bad. He turns around, throws it on the Venomancer. He did manage to get out on the side of the Doom, it looks like.
I think they're all out.
Okay, everybody's good.
The lack of catch for the Spirit lineup. Can't underestimate it here. They can definitely get run around on the map and run around in these fights. It's the reason OG still hold the lead, technically.
Is it worth considering a Blink Dagger on Collapse after this Wraith Pact? Just to give yourself a little bit more assured catch?
I think he didn't want to go the Blink because of the Plague Wards and all this stuff, and maybe he felt like they're just going to ball with the auras and go high ground at some point. But the catch on the map is it's definitely frustrating. You feel it in these games. You feel like you should be more ahead than you are based on the fact that OG don't want to 5v5 you, or the 5v5s haven't been successful.
Bottom tower's getting the business.
I just don't know if the Blink on Beast really changes anything. Is he actually going to catch it with it? Probably not.
Radiant lost the top tower.
Can maybe get a better roar in the fight, but that's not guaranteed to not backfire on you as well in an overextension because he's all their auras.
Dire's bottom tower's getting the business.
I think it's okay because it also helps catch the Monkey King more.
Do they need help with that?
Well, they have been doing that pretty well. But
I don't know, this monkey, I feel like this monkey's been caught. He's been permanently caught.
If he doesn't go that, what would you suggest instead? Maybe, perhaps the drums of Shrom?
No.
You consider that? No, not even
you could go Divine Suicide and eventually get it back on Yatoro.
That is
the old transfer of wealth.
You know, that is a common North American strategy, I believe. That's hit a number of times.
Eternal Envy, it does it all the time.
Yeah. He's an innovator.
Top tower's in bad shape.
Whole time, BZM. He's just split pushing you.
He's got a ward behind Team Spirit. Can OG use that ward at all? They don't want to fight.
I just don't see the easy initiation for OG in these engagements.
Radiant's
especially when you have Aegis on Ursa. You can't even doom him.
Radiant's courier didn't make it.
Oh, they got a ward up into the high ground? Are they? Okay. That would be pretty crazy to jump into the enemy base.
I mean, big thing is they have Doom coming back up on Mira in 15 seconds. So Team Spirit might also be waiting a little bit for that. Just take a fight with this stolen Doom. Throw it on any of these OG heroes. It's a free kill pretty much.
Yeah. Wow. if they have the catch behind it.
Well, you know, if you lift somebody into a Doom here, Yatoro's going to go in because Yatoro still has Aegis. He wants to use it. The bear is mad. He hungers.
Tower's hurting.
Hungers for monkey flesh.
Who'd you take? Grizzly versus Gorilla?
Gorilla every time. Are you kidding me? Not even a question.
Well, I guess it's a good thing Taiga is not a Gorilla. There's the Doom. Stolen Doom with a Primal Roar as well. So they got the stun combination with the Doom to ensure a kill. Now, there is buyback on the Doom, so it's possible OG can still take this fight, and they're going to go for it now. The TP, that get canceled? Is that on a creep? Either way, the Tiny still needs some help. He's still stuck here. Does manage to blink out finally thanks to the false promise, but of course the Glimpse is going to be able to bring him right back in. He is doing a lot of damage. All these OG heroes are so low, but he couldn't quite finish off any of them because the Doom with the buyback was
stolen ice wall.
The stolen ice wall is actually going to work. Slows down Chu, gets that kill. The Doom is about to wrap up on the Ursa, and he's getting lots and lots of heals, so OG will not be able to pursue, not confidently.
Still has Aegis for 30. Did he burn this Ursa life once?
I'm surprised he even used the Doom on him.
It is the correct target in this game, but they've just not been able to answer this Oracle at all. I don't think Vampashka's been threatened in any of these fights, and if Oracle is not threatened, he tends to win these types of engagements.
Yeah, that was my biggest thing about this game is I felt like they did not have a way to get on top of Oracle.
I felt like it was supposed to be the monkey, but Taiga's game just got shot down completely.
Yeah, that is true. That's a good point.
You just can't play as aggressive as you want. They're going to look for Yatoro again. Aegis out in 3 seconds.
You're going to wait it out. And the sign on him. Okay, blow him up. Very nice. OG, can they get one more? Yep, the tornado is going to stop Mapochka's TP. Okay, OG back in business now, taking advantage of a little bit of a slip up there. Sloppy play from Team Spirit, not protecting the Aegis expiration timer.
That's just a beautiful smoke, too. Timings-wise, you get that DD bait in the river. Yatoro says, come on, man. Really? You're going to bait me with that DD at the end of an Aegis?
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what they're going to do.
I don't know. Do you like tickets, Count?
Tickets to what?
To what might become the BZM show in a minute.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. I'll take a ticket to that.
Free admission. This is the time.
It's a bit of a light show, right?
It's been lights so far.
No, I meant like flashing lights.
The heavy metal should come play here.
Mid tower ain't doing so good.
I'm just saying, if there's a time where Invoker is going to step up and start to take this game over, it's around now. When you get to this hex, and suddenly those initiations and the goes are a bit more clear for OG.
Okay, you're hyping me up. I'm ready for it now.
I'm hyping it up because I feel like this has been the game plan, right? There's a reason this game has felt very slow and clunky for them. They've had to push through this period where Collapse had to look ores, and the Team Spirit group up is really strong.
He's got the nullifier.
Does indeed have it. He eventually got there. That's a pretty big nullifier. Can
No
remove a lot of these
for
buffs.
you.
Yeah, no heals. That's it. Laurel has also gotten to his Daedalus on this Tiny. So the trees are hitting hard. Plus that 20 talent. Somebody's getting smacked.
Oh, they got him. Nice play from Mira. Dropped the ward, immediately saw the monkey flying through the air, blinks, grabs him midair with the telekinesis, and throws him down on the ground. Now he can hop around in the trees.
Yeah, now he can get caught out and slain from a tree line. He has gem here too. This is not a kill you want to give up. Dude, imagine how fun this would be.
I'm afraid of heights, so it would not be fun for me.
It's not fun for BZM. As he has jumped on, bashed, found, and revealed.
Now he's got Ghost Walk instead on Rubik, so even more scouting potential.
Hags for DM. This is the late game Veno territory where you start to feel like you're going to do damage. I mean, you still don't, but you start to feel like you do.
I feel like he hasn't done any teamfight damage.
That'd actually be it. Might just need the overall damage stats for this game, if we can bring it up. I don't know how easy that is. 26k. So he has done the most, but I feel like Veno always does the most, right?
Yeah, that's like saying a Zeus has done the most.
But the fact he's done 26k and Rubik's done 18 is a little worrying for me.
Rubik did 8 and has done 18.
Yeah.
Oh, he almost hit the toss back there. The BKB goes off instead. Laurel needs some help, and of course, Maposhka is ready to use it anytime. Beautiful stun that goes down, gives DM a little bit of a window of time to get the static storm kinetic field on the two of them. There is still this Tiny who needs some help, and he's still getting it from Maposhka. They have not answered this Oracle yet, but now that the Ursa is gone, they're going to be able to chase after these heroes. They try and catch Taiga, but Taiga missed the tree cuts ahead. Twice now they tried to bring down this Monkey King, but couldn't quite get him. Now Laurel with the nullifier on him is definitely got to be dead. Surely. No, we had another false promise ready to go. Maposhka saves the Tiny. He's going to be able to blink over to the side. Does he have a TP? He has a TP, but he dies in the fountain. That was so close.
If only he TP'd a little faster.
Yeah, seriously, like 1 second in the fountain is a huge amount of regen when you have false promise on you.
That aggressive fight just does not go Spirit's way. That boundless strike was absolutely sick from Taiga. Sets up that two-man static field that forces early BKBs out from Spirit. And then you're in a position where you're just getting chased down. The glimpses, all this long-range damage going to work for OG.
Do you think that Utoro had to TP there? Because once he TPs there, then it's free game, right?
It was pretty murky for him. He does find the high ground.
Okay, once again, Taiga tries to get some vision. The Doom is back up to the cliffs onto the high ground. Telekinesis back down, though.
Oh.
The plays and counterplays are ever constant here in Spirit versus OG, and they get a gem out of it too. Taiga had the gem on him, so big pickup for Team Spirit as they head into the Roshan pit now.
All I know is if that was Arteezy, the game could have ended right there. You would have been stuck on that cliff. This is Utoro. The cliff mean nothing to this man.
It's like a player debuff. Can't pull him down from
That's
trees.
what I'm saying. It just always works out like that. And now you don't have Doom for this Roche contest.
Oh, this is scary. They're trying to finish it off. They go for it, but the timing's slightly off there. Taiga is going to be caught before he can jump away. You get that kill, and with the Aegis, Team Spirit is plenty strong. OG will not pursue.
That is a very big missed window for OG there, because they won that fight and Roche was up, and they just didn't feel confident enough to force it there. Instead, that weird high ground exchange goes well for Spirit, and Utoro feels confident enough to force that Roche, and suddenly you have an Ags on this Ursa. It's just so much extra net worth for Utoro that is going to prove dividends in these fights. He is big. He is bad. This ult is pretty damn low cooldown.
So this
Between
game,
the Earthshock, the Ags, and Rage. Good luck.
The win percentage followed kind of exactly what you're talking about. It was like a 60-40 game for the longest time, and then you see this dip downwards where you're talking about, okay, this is the timing for OG, and it was actually their game favorite, obviously, after that fight.
Aggressive go again. These are the type of fights that can be good for OG.
Yeah, especially if they don't actually kill the target they try and jump on. DM survives through it. That means Team Spirit, I'm surprised if they're going to keep it going. Look at the preemptive cast.
This high ground is so obnoxious for Utoro. He's getting like 2 or 3 hits in every time, and he's just getting spammed with long-range spells he can't interact with.
They can throw it back a little bit this time. DM dies.
That's how you break it. Just remove the spells for the game.
He's waiting for his initiation. Taiga's almost back, and they have the buyback on team as well. He goes for the Oracle. They're going to kill that Oracle right away. They used a lot for it, but if they can kite around Utoro, it's all fine. He pops BKB. This is a dangerous point for OG. They've got to be able to disengage away from this Ursa, but he's going for the kill and just managed to get it onto Iragi.
He has buy.
He does have buy. They're going to come back and kill him once and probably twice. He is stuck inside of Wukong's command with 5 heroes surrounding him. Tornado instantly to remove the Blink Dagger opportunity. And Utoro, I mean, at best, maybe he can kill a support. That's not going to happen. Way too many disables.
The bear was caged indeed for 2 lives, and that jump for the Oracle was really nice by Iragi. I like that, because Maposhka cannot get back to this fight. Even though he buys, there's just no way to get there. And that opens up the entire fight for all your long-range poke, all your spell damage. These tree volleys have also just not been landing from Laurel. Like that one in that fight was just off the mark a little bit, and suddenly you forced to have to Doom once, none of those trees hit. Does cost OG some buybacks, but I think they're happy to exchange these buybacks for an Aegis fight there, especially with double Ursa kill. A lot of XP going their way.
Yeah, especially if they can force a buyback out of the Ursa, which is entirely possible depending on what OG does here.
What need have I for this?
Iragi just has to be very careful now. is you're not going to get anything out of this Ursa death, and now you used your buyback, so
Yeah, same
this
goes
Doom
for
goes
DM.
down. This fight's just become impossible. He's the one backline jump I feel that can actually take that Oracle out of the fight.
Radiant's top tower.
Maybe if you're Spirit, you start thinking about these jumps a bit more now, like playing around your vision, not letting the posture get found like that. That was a little too easy in my opinion. You want to make it a bit harder. You don't have ways to really bail him out if he gets jumped in. Even if he lives, he's doomed for so long. You might be able to take the fight here if you're OG anyway.
Collapse. He went Lotus Orb after the Wraith Pact, and now he's going to go Blink Dagger. AC for Yuragi. That is a tremendous pickup when this Ursa's burst damage is such a big threat.
Oh, it's huge. So much EHP just went their way. And of course, the true carry BZM does get Timeless Relic. Couldn't ask for anything better for this Invoker.
Perfect. Oh, the Hawk. Already see Taiga. They can pull him back down from the trees. Hit him with that avalanche, Laurel. Okay, the Force Staff protects him for that one. Again, Laurel just a little slow on that. Feels like the avalanche was kind of unnecessary. He caught the hero. He just needed to put the damage in right away.
Yeah, that type of go should be a death right there.
Yeah.
There's only one real Force Staff on I mean, there's two on this OG side because Chu has one, but I don't think Chu can be in an aggressive position to Force Staff someone like that if they get caught. So you're really only thinking about this Venom Force Staff, and even then it's
Yuragi, I was about to say, he's forming up like he wants to go in. He immediately jumps out. He gets the Doom onto the Beastmaster. I'm not sure if that's who he wants. Taiga immediately dies. He tries to go in. DM following Yuragi in to be able to chase away Team Spirit. Right now, Team Spirit, they're like, okay, it's a Beastmaster death in exchange for the Doom. Oh, yeah, Yutaro sees DM has gone out pretty far. That's going to be a dieback if they can get him. But he's getting away with the Poison Nova. Force Staff away to the side, and Yutaro's BKB is running out. So he has got to be able to reset. They got the buyback out of Collapse for that too. So this was actually very good for OG as they have completely disengaged. And Mira, no, he's not getting anything out of that. Stole the wards though.
huge win for OG. You have to remember, that Yuragi jump comes with no buyback. If he misses that stun, misses the Doom, gets caught first instead with a Lift Aurora, you might just be getting raxed here. That is a very bold go by this young man.
What's Yuragi doing?
He is playing really aggressive in this period.
Yeah, he's out here by himself, and all of Team Spirit have actually made their way this direction. I didn't see any indication that they knew he was here, but
It's not an easy game for him to play. In theory, Spirit always should have more vision with the Hawks,
Right.
and perhaps stolen Plague Wards, and he still has to be the guy that goes in first, finds the jumps, and finds it with multiple spells and doesn't get caught first with a lift or the counter initiation like we were saying. These are tough fights to play. You gotta find the right opening. Gotta make sure you have some vision to play around with, either on the lanes, maybe send some Forge Spirits in, let DM frontline like he was doing there. DM did a decent job just running in and zoning heroes. I honestly don't think his spells are that scary, but he's making them look like they are.
all right, so we went for the 3x Quaswex Exort passive effects, so those spells are hitting very hard now. We have the Infernal Blade damage for the Doom, so that is doing a lot more as well. And I think the Team Spirit side, have any of them? Yeah, none of them have hit their level 25 yet. Should stay with the teleportation from Mira, but there is always that glimpse back to pull him out of position. Sunstrike lands there. They have the false promise. Meanwhile, Yutaro deep go for the kill onto Taiga. Collapse is going to TP out, but there is always disabled. A lot of them coming in. His Chaos Meteor is going to land. That should finish him off. Collapse is going to die here. D11 on Meteor, but the Meteor damage actually hit the Ursa as well. He gets low. He's going to be brought back by the glimpse again. No BKB. Telekinesis gets him out of that kinetic field, though. Super important, but Laurel, he died to Yuragi. And look at DM still trying to get a vision. BZM even thinking about following that. There's no buyback on those two heroes.
Lands the Tornado as well. There's a stolen Nova here for Mira. Could be interesting. Like I said, this is just turning into the Invoker show. They can't gap close him, and he is destroying them with the high damage Exort.
He might need to use that Poison Nova, honestly. I mean, they don't know that Tiny doesn't have buyback because it's based off of gold. He needed 140 to get it. The Beastmaster, that was a dieback.
Yeah, and remember, Yuragi still doesn't have his for 2 minutes. Don't want to just throw all this momentum back this Team Spirit's way. BZM's just going to frontline here, does have his. And the right clicks are substantial.
And it's low. The buyback is now up for low. He got the gold now. Looks like the creeps are actually pushing into bottom lane, so it's a good time for OG to back out. Get the mid lane.
I mean, you really want that extra shot here for OG. If you can throw an Aegis on this Doom, even the Invoker, get another Ags on your team. Remember, there's still a lot of Ags upgrades that can come through for this OG lineup.
Sure.
You get one on the Doom, those fights look very different.
Refresher for BZM would be, that's 100-0, surely.
Yeah, you know this guy can click the buttons.
Yeah, yeah. So he's got the overpower attacks. This is just, you know, this is that power spike where Yutaro has even more capacity to be able to just 100-0 somebody.
Yeah, but who can he jump? At this point, it's really hard to find the target.
Yeah, with these force staffs and stuff. Okay.
Yuragi just runs.
Yuragi just gave him the target.
Yeah.
He needed one more swipe, and he's not quite getting it. Okay, finally he does.
Okay.
Gets the die back. He's gone for 2 minutes, and now we got on BZM. A super important on the side. He got the meters, and the meters are doing too much damage. BZM, there was no other follow-up. He had like 300 HP, but Lara wasn't there.
But there's no fatal.
He
1
actually
HP
going
is
down
enough.
to 1 HP from the Rubik's Stolen Poison Nova, but again, no damage. Nobody else.
You wish you had a single DOT there.
Yeah.
Anything for the 1 tick.
What a massive kill that would have been. Especially with Roshan about to spawn. It's up in 45 seconds, so most of these heroes will be alive again.
What a good turn on BZM though. Those turns are not often that easy to just stand your ground in the clutch. BKB Hex turn 100-0 this Ursa.
Yeah.
And did Yuragi just not see Yutaro there?
I don't know.
They had vision, right? That's just an awkward run-in. Yeah, he can tank a lot, he can bait a lot, but again, the Force Stabs are too far behind to bail him out on a go.
They've got the double armor items now. The Shiva's almost done for DM. Just needs to pick it up tomorrow. Looking away just in time, but the Scythe is still going to be able to catch up. He's with the meteors. And the false promise. Static Storm goes out. Laurel pops his BKB. Starts throwing some damage around. DM's decently tanky, though. And the Beastmaster is not nearly as tanky as Laurel, who almost got hit by that tornado. Will be able to TP away. Okay, that means a 4 versus 5 for Roshan, potentially, for OG. They know he doesn't have buybacks, so perfect window.
Are you happy I gave you those tickets earlier?
Yeah, kinda. I'm enjoying it. It's a good show.
I love these late game Invoker games. They're just so stylish. Carl with the cape. Can't ask for a higher class hero.
He's gonna think about buying a refresher, but they can get one for free from this Roshan. One-sided Aghanim Scepter. They do actually try and interrupt it, but immediately Taiga puts a stop to that one. They do have the false promise. Yutaro goes in for the kill onto the Monkey King, and they finally get it, but they're using so much of their time. He finally dies, yes, but the BKB and the Enrage are wearing out, and now he's just gonna be caught with DM using the false promise or the Nova there as well. The damage over time is immense. Yuragi's taking a lot of damage in return. He's got to be careful here. The club is going in. Tiny, can he finish him off? They do manage to take away that Aegis. DM slips away, sliver of HP, while the Oracle dies. BZM once again survives ever so barely. The last couple of swipes from Yutaro are not enough.
He cleaned up the whole backline during that exchange.
And all the items are still in the pit.
Of course they are. He's going back for him. Takes that shard, says someone else can have the Ags. That's for you, brother. I can only carry so much.
He has done a lot of carrying this
He's
game.
carried the hell out of this.
Holy crap.
And I think that you're at the point now where OG are very comfortable closing this one out because you're just too tanky. The Yutaro jumps are not what they used to be.
No.
Even this Taiga Monkey is not a free kill.
Yeah, what
It takes
happened?
a long time.
I think it was the blast rig.
He got disarmed by something, then he got doomed. You're not getting these very overpower swipes off.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's just so slow. You can keep the bear alive, but the bear is not killing as much as he used to. He's been defanged. Bears have fangs? I don't even know.
Radiant structures like this.
Not this one.
Got me thinking about that now.
There goes Radiant's bottom tower.
Well, Spirit are thinking about how they can win this game still.
It's got to be through buybacks. But they're trying to hold on to their buybacks. I'm pretty sure OG is just going to force megas.
The problem is so much of Spirit's net worth is in these auras, these utility support items that just aren't keeping pace anymore.
No.
Like, does BZM care you have a rate-packed pipe? No. He does not care. He is slicing and dicing you through it. And that's the issue. That's why Liking Invoker is so terrifying. It's really hard to itemize against this hero. His spells often just have way better cooldowns than yours do. He can cycle through them all. It's 3 heroes in 1.
Yeah, I was looking at it, I was like, okay, what is Beastmaster's 25 talents? I don't even know. I feel like most Beastmaster games end one way or the other before he hits 25. Minus 30-second Primal Roar cooldown or minus 5 seconds Wild Axes cooldown. I don't think either one of those is going to be a big game changer.
Maybe you got the old axe, you can spam the axes.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a route to victory. The drums of Storm out of the base.
He just keeps going for it, and these kills are not happening quickly. Once again, the Force Staff gets them out of the tiny range, and the armor prevents them from dying immediately to Yatoro. Now he's going to be glimpsed out. He jumped that far, and he's going to stay that far outside of the base. He does have a buyback, and he's immediately going to use it. OG, do a 180, try and head out. Primal Roar's going to hit him here, and it looks like they'll get the kill on the Taiga. Not a massive one, but if they can get a little bit more, maybe DM as well with a toss back, that's pretty nice. Force that forward.
Oh, what a host stop.
Beautiful host stop from Yuragi. Now comes the meteors. An apocalypse rains down on Team Spirit's head with the Doom. Lord going back into this one. They really want to take this fight still with the false promise healing him up. He does manage to finish up DM, but of course OG have buybacks as well. And they're trying to get up. This ice wall is slowing him down so much. Collapse. He's stuck here. He turns around. They throw the damage. Yuragi gets a little bit low, but once again the sight.
Yes,
It runs and appears over and over again. Stunned up Yuragi, just a sliver of HP once again. Yatoro cannot finish up these heroes. Miro manages to do it. A tornado, no! Ursa was hitting him. That was his opportunity to be able to kill BZM. Maybe he's dead. He jumps forward. The Hex comes back up into play, and Yatoro cannot keep his claws sunk into that BZM Invoker.
He gets the blink. BZM lives through the Yatoro jump yet again. That tornado backfired for sure.
Oh, the false promise. He managed to bail out Mira, and Taiga's gonna die. That is going to be another dieback on the side of OG. Somehow, some way, Team Spirit just slammed their head through that brick wall of OG enough times that the brick wall gave way. They finally win a fight.
I'll tell you what it was. It was Yatoro still had a cheese in that. How did he still have a cheese?
Didn't get to use it so many other times.
This is the biggest lesson of all time and why you do not leave that cheese in the pit. Because that was a full second life and mana for Yatoro. He was completely out of that fight. In fact, Mira threw him out of there, and Yatoro's like, no. Put me back in, coach. Put me back in. You're no bell. Going in. An absolutely monster fight from him, and still the BZM is just outplaying the hell out of them in these engagements. Lives off of blink on blink abyssal action from Yatoro, not fast enough. If you got that Invoker kill, you're looking at a different push here still. Like you said, 2 heroes for OG dead. No buys on Doom or Monkey here. Can you end the game? You might not get another chance if you don't end it here.
Yeah, seriously. But how you end the game against these constant onslaught of battles coming in from OG, you got to be able to get that jump, and that's what Lyle hoped to be able to do.
On BZM.
Denied. There it is. The telekinesis throw back the Primal Roars on him, and there he goes. BZM, life number 1. Team Spirit, can you do it again?
I think you go for the end game here. You have to. I don't think you're going to get another opportunity. You have to force this BZM buyback.
They're not going for it. Team Spirit, they're going to try and get out, but they are being held in a place. This kinetic field is lasting forever. My God.
No, they don't feel good if they just leave, though. Like, Yatoro feels as he's staying around. Guys, we have to fight. Daedalus flown in.
They got to get a buyback at least out of BZM.
It's just so risky, right? Because you don't have buys yourself, but it's Yatoro's call. Whatever his decision here is, you have to live with it.
Yeah.
And he says, we do not have enough guys. We have to go back.
Okay.
So they survive. No Invoker buyback forced out here. That was getting scary, though. From a position where I felt like OG were closing out this game to suddenly this Ursa somehow just juggernauting his way through the 1,000 brick walls head first. It's just so much to fight through, and you might not have that cheese to bail you out like you did that last fight.
Yeah, that cheese, that was in Laurel's backpack for a long time.
That was from the earlier Roche, right?
Yeah, and so I think he finally was like, I'm not using this.
That paid huge dividends.
Yeah. I wonder when exactly he decided to pass it over to the Ursa. But yeah, 8 heroes without buyback in this game now. Mira and BZM are the 2 heroes who do have buyback, so OG obviously have the advantage.
The 2 carries, you know, Rubik and Invoker.
Yeah, kind
Those
of.
are
Yeah,
equal
Mira
buyback.
has been doing some serious work in this game.
He's destroyed this game.
Can we bring up the damage numbers again?
I don't think he's as close anymore.
No, there's no way. But that Poison Nova had to have done a ton of damage when he stole it earlier. Yeah, he's 3rd on his team. Not that far behind Laurel, who's supposed to be doing all this damage with his Aghanim Scepter, but OG's making this Ags look terrible. His tree volley is just not done much.
It's not connected. Honestly, I'll also say I feel like Laurel has not paid his RNG subscription because he is not getting the crits off these trees.
Yeah.
A lot of these volleys have just not hit on the Daedalus, and that's unfortunate.
Double damage for... I guess double damages don't really mean that much to OG. They don't really have a physical damage.
Right, there are some very key items for them. The 2 I'm going to point out are 1, you have a full Wind Waker on Shu.
Okay.
That is huge. You can save from the roar, you can save from the jump, and that's really important. Like we saw that last fight, if BZM gets lifted into a roar, Yatoro jumps him, you Wind Waker your own Invoker, that fight's completely reset because it guarantees the BKB when he comes down. And the other big item here for OG is that refresher on BZM. Yeah, he now has 2 of everything, but most importantly, if you still have this buyback, you can come in off of bots. He has boots of travel too. He's still holding that Timeless Relic. This is a full slotted Invoker at this point who can insta-join the fight, even if he gets initiated on.
You have the refresher on the Ursa as well, but I don't think that means nearly as much as the double Scythe Hunter to 0 possibility. Because Yatoro, I mean, he's just gearing up to be able to hit as many enrages and, you know, slam through those brick walls over and over again.
Maybe this False Promise can help him. This is a level 20 talent False Promise with Octarine on Miposhka. 30-second cooldown on this ult. That's enough to get 2 off in a fight if the pair can live long enough.
Something.
You just got to make sure your hero can do as much as you can. Every little thing matters. You never know. Maybe that fight lasts 30 seconds and you get a second ult on Yatoro.
Wait, what is this telling? Oracle has instant Fortune's End? Is that any good?
No.
What is the point of that?
I mean, it is pretty good, but not in these late game fights that are dictated by spell.
All right, well, apparently he never wins if he gets 25, so...
Well, he never gets to 25. That's the bigger stat there.
All right, 60-minute items. What are we going to be getting? Giant's Ring, Stygian Desolator, and Ex Machina. Big pickups here, but I think Mirror Shield would be the most impactful for Team Spirit.
I don't know, Giant's Ring tiny? That's pretty damn menacing.
I mean, that is menacing, but isn't the biggest problem
That's a big club.
Yatoro's Scythe of Ice?
No cap, big club.
Big club.
Big club smash. Smork. Me smork.
Me smork, me smash. Go face.
Who need mirror when man have big bone? Ooh. I am the mountain. Tree throw me. Don't you wish you could gobble spit this tiny into the fire right now?
Oh my god, yes.
If this thing just landed on you. All right, I've enjoyed my Giant's Ring. We should talk about some of the items. Ex Machina for Yatoro. That is pretty damn nice. Can't really ask for anything better here. Even the armors is pretty good.
Force boots.
A triple BKB. That'll keep you in the engagement. Anything else spicy here? What are OG at?
God, there's so much to the... I mean...
Well, they got an Ex Machina as well.
Yeah, when you put it that way, like
Freaking
triple
rock.
BKB, it's so much about the initiation, right? Like, if Yatoro gets caught with triple BKB, doesn't matter at all. But if he gets the opportunity to initiate, then...
Yeah, it's like 20 seconds of BKB.
Yeah, 18 seconds of BKB is insane.
It's absolutely nasty. This is just Roche going to OG, though.
Oh, he went in for it! And he just managed to burst down. Tyga's the first one down, and immediately with the Giant's Ring can just walk outside of the pit. They're still going to be able to get that Roche on, though. All the items flowing into OG. They got to buy back out of Taiga.
Who can even take this stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if these items really matter that much.
I guess Ags went to BZM. I cannot
What
believe
about
they
Chu?
didn't give it to Chu.
Yeah, what, like,
There's no way you don't give Disruptor Axe here.
bruh.
Bruh. I mean,
BZM
especially...
can buy his own goddamn axe.
Yeah, he can. Now he's sitting here with 9,000 gold going, what do I do with this? If I were Chu, I'd be raging so hard right now.
Oh, yeah.
Like, guys, what the goddamn hell? Because you can just blink Hex and then blink it and insta throw that.
Yeah, you get the Static Storm onto the Ursa.
It's a guaranteed kill.
GG.
You're gonna have to fight through buybacks here too, so
I mean, maybe he thinks that like the telekinesis and false promises make the Static Storm like not as impactful.
yeah, there is that. You can throw the guy out of it. You can save him during the duration. So okay, maybe OG know what they're doing. Yeah.
I mean, they're okay. They're okay at Dota. We'll give them
redeemed.
give them a little bit of credit.
Still, I don't know if he's going to do those calls.
Taiga, this is a dieback for him. He's trying to approach that ward spot, and it's just not working for him. Laurel, big bad Laurel. They're trying to go onto him right now. Where did the Oracle come from? He got glimpsed back into all of that one. They do manage to get the telekinesis over the side to the Laurel, and he will eventually fall. Yeah, that was a false promise wearing out there.
That's for Spirit. They got to re-engage here.
Primal Roar used onto Yuragi. Refresher being popped, and to keep the Abyssal Blade onto him. That's going to be life number 1 of the Doom.
The last Ursa BKB. He's used everything.
They have to be able to keep him here. They have to be able to burst him down right now. But Yuragi has some protection. They get the disarm onto Yatoro. Now the damage being thrown out from low, but he's not getting any of those crits. The Wind Waker goes out, and Yuragi's able to engage. Mira chase the Lord. Blink Tower. He does manage to get the lift. Throws back DM. DM gets the opportunity to get off the BKB. BZM terrorizing the back line here.
And Necro units running in saying, we can help too, guys. As they stand there uselessly.
We can feed some gold to the enemy. Don't forget about us.
So what is that? Double buy forced out from Spirit there. And that's it. 40,000 gold lead for OG, but they are still the victors in that engagement.
Okay, so they got all the tier 5s on the side of OG, and it looks like the last one finally came in for Team Spirit. It's actually a really good one. I think this is one of the times, I mean, I think I would still prefer Mirror Shield, but Book of Shadows, that is a pretty massive pickup when your whole thread is like BZM bursting somebody down.
Yes.
Maybe the save just comes in clutch. Maybe you'd rather have Book of Shadows over Book of Garbage. I hate this item so much, dude.
It's like Beastmaster's like, oh, I've got more summons.
I'm just watching this fight. There's just a tornado that comes through and it lifts like 3 Necro units in the air. It's like, yeah, just wait till I come down and I'll purge you. It does help with some map pressure. This item is definitely useful. You can also use it and swap it out. That's like the biggest perk of this thing.
I mean, apparently, Maposhka doesn't even want the Book of Shadows. He wants the Ninja Gear.
You can swap Ninja Gear too.
Yeah, I'm weirded out by that. But I think he wants the constant Ninja Gear. He doesn't want it to like ever be on cooldown.
His biggest deal is just not getting killed.
Yeah.
He already has a save. And what's 2 saves, you know?
I guess so. Especially when he doesn't have buyback. But they need to jump first onto the Beastmaster. Immediately saved by the false promise. Telekinesis away. Yutaro did manage to go in, and he almost managed to finish up with the Wind Waker. That is going to be able to save Yuragi. He gets off a cheese as a result, and he gets forced down to the high ground. Yutoro's initiation is ruined, and now he's trying to get away, but the glimpse will pull him right back in. That's going to be the first life of him. Laurel did manage to get the kill finally, but he was committed so damn deep. He's surely going to die for this one. And yes, he's going to take out, and that's going to be a dieback. Laurel down. Yutaro back into it. Quickly kills Taiga. He gets the kill and hops back inside of his base. Refreshes. BZM trying to jump in, but he gets countered. He gets Primal Roar. Gets him down to the low ground, and he gets away. Yutaro couldn't get him once again. Kited around the glimpse back. The telekinesis counter is there again, but they have the sight for it. BZM, blood in the water, immediately pounces, gobbles up the Beastmaster. DM's going to be caught, but a tornado intercepts him. Yutaro cannot kill these heroes. There is just too much counter.
That is not where Collapse wanted to be. Yutaro still has refreshers up somehow. The bear fighting for his life, but he has no friends to help him out.
He's running out of BKBs. He's running out of information. It's a rampage for BZM, and he's going to leave the bear for last. Mir's going to buy back into telekinesis, but he's just outside of the connect field. Yutaro, tornado, no mana, no health, no cooldowns, and now he's dead.
Double the rampage for the Invoker. Show BZM. He says tickets for everybody. I'll see you out of these tiebreakers. My God, what an Invoker performance, and what a late game.